Hey lovies, this is Michelle here at Life Matcha Tarot. I hope that you guys are doing great. Happy Monday. And yeah, I hope that the week has been off to a good start for you guys. And I hope you guys had a nice weekend. I did check in with you guys last night, which was pretty cool because I don't typically read on Sundays. But I was like, you know what? Got off work. I was like, fuck it, why not? Hey, Show Empathy, how are you? Hey, I've missed you so much. Hey, guys. Got some of my soul family here. How you guys doing? I love and miss you guys. So happy to see you guys popping in. Guys, check out my peoples, man. Check them out as you guys start coming in. So yeah, I miss you guys. I really do. Another one. Oh, I love you guys. You guys are the best. Love you guys. My babies. um, yeah, so that said, guys, we are, like I said, I'm hoping that, the work week is meeting you guys well so far and all that good stuff. And yeah, we are in August now. I know technically yesterday was the first, but I felt drawn to do a check-in for the month of August today. And just, see what's going on in the energy and stuff, what you guys might need to be aware of at this time. And we're gonna go from there. So for those of you who are new as you come checking in, I hope that this message finds you well and you resonate with it. Hit that like button to subscribe, all that good stuff, to help support the channel and stay in touch and all that good stuff. And hit the notification bell too. That's also important. And if you have been rocking with your girl for a little bit already, thank you for the continued support. You guys are awesome, and I greatly appreciate you guys. So I see Braveheart says that they're new to the channel. Welcome, Braveheart. How are you? All right, guys, let's get started. So as you guys saw in the thumbnail and the title, this is going to be a general message, collective message, looking into the energy of August for you guys. Keep in mind, because it is a collective message, all of the messages are, they're not going to all fit, right? Don't make them fit. Take the messages that resonate, leave the rest behind, and all that good stuff. But yeah, we're going to get started. I got a few decks I felt connected to get started with, and then we're just going to kind of go from there. So we're going to do general overall, like an overview of the month of August first, and then we're going to look into love and then career. That's how we're going to do it. Thanks, love. Hair freshly done, nails need to be touched up, but they're still holding. My nail tech, man, she nails it every time, no pun intended. Like, this is actually like a month. You see how they're grown out, but because of the color, you can't tell that well. See, I know that I have to make my nails stretch, so I always get colors that I know we won't be able to see that much. Hey, Isabella, how you doing? Every time I see your name pop up, I think of two people. I think of Jimi Hendrix, because he has a song called Isabella, and if you know me, you know me. I love me some Jimmy. Hey, Isabella, girl, I'm holding you in my dreams every night. That's my boy. Love me some Jimi Hendrix. And then I also had a great grandmother named Isabella on my dad's side. So my dad's paternal grandmother. So yeah, I always thought that was such a pretty name. Miss Fernandez, she didn't play no games. All right, guys, let's get started. Sorry to, keep on talking y'all ears off. All right, so we're gonna start with the general part of the message. I felt connected to this new deck that I got. Second time I'm using it on the channel. The Arcana Folia deck. They're just so pretty, and it's really good for like general stuff. So I'm gonna get like maybe 3 cards from here, and I'm gonna also pull from here. They just get like the overall insight of what you guys might need to know for this month. So let's get started. Spirit, only let positive energy into this reading for the collective. Show the collective what they need to see at this time for their highest good, clearest and most accurate messages, please, and thank you. Yeah, let's get started. Let's split this deck here. What we got here to get started? Ooh, we have creativity. I like that. Use your imagination, along with cute eccentric person. A person with a different worldview. So you guys might, and this has been showing up a lot. So you guys might really be creative people. And I don't know why I'm picking up on possible Sagittarius vibes. Maybe because I was channeling Jimi. Jimi Hendrix is a Sagittarius, and a lot of Sagittariuses are very creative people. There's, I mean, be creative in all different places, but or placements. But he's standing out to me for some reason. Also, just how was that? That was interesting. Somebody might have strong Leo in their chart somewhere. I mean, we are in Leo season, so that makes sense. I heard like at first I almost heard like a kitten or something crying, and then like I heard like a gradual like it became a roar. That's so weird. Like I'm looking like what the fuck is that? I'm thinking it's like my cat. Like does she go outside? She has a tendency to go outside sometimes, and if I open the door, and then she gets scared. Huh. Interesting. Okay, let's just rock with it. Lean with it, rock with it, lean with it, rock with it. We just don't roll with it, right? We're gonna see where we're headed with this. I'm gonna do some shuffles. But I see some of my other people popping in. All right. Yep, the sister circle. What's up, though? What's up? Latsky, that reading was really good earlier. I was napping when you went on, but I did get a chance to. It showed up as like a suggestion or whatever of something I missed. I was like, ooh, let me go check that out. That was a good reading, and it definitely resonated. So thank you for that, sister. I had to catch up with all my other girls too. I have so many reader friends that I'm like, damn. Want to always make sure I show up for you guys because you show up for me. You know what I mean? All right, a couple more shuffles. Yeah, we have obstacle here on the bottom of the deck. So the number here though is 32, which adds up to 5. So I'm getting almost like there's a change in the wind, but we're gonna rock with it. We're gonna see. Hey, blessings. What's up, my love? I'm done. Yeah, I gotta find that deck. Like every time I read though, it's like later on in the day, so like I'd be like, I'll get to it, and then I haven't like fully looked into trying to find them again. I ain't gonna lie, but we're gonna find those cards. I really feel like she did something with them. All right, but yes, it says overcoming a blockage on your path. So I do feel like there is something happening where there's about to be some changes. We have in the distance, closer than you think. So it could be happening very, very, very soon. No, can't beef with my baby. She's gonna be in a calendar. I think I told y'all yesterday. We have travel, pack and go. So it's given like this energy of moving forward, right, past the obstacles. All right. So let's get like 3 from here to get the ball rolling. I'm probably like, damn, bitch, you didn't actually pull in cards yet. I'm like, it's so hot all of a sudden. Like, what's crazy? Because like I just took a shower a little while ago. I feel sticky and hot already, which is really annoying. And then having triple D's doesn't help. So it's like, but when I went outside just to, get my package from outside, I was pissed. I was like, what the fuck kind of bullshit is this? Is hot as hell. And now, part of it is also because like the sun usually is over there on that side of the building, and now it's coming down. So it's like on this side. And I'm like, fuck, no wonder it's hot. But it's so annoying though, because then I look like a damn crackhead or something. Like, nah, man, you can't be sweating like this. I was just fine. I had like the matte looking skin. Now I'm looking shiny, sweaty. Shiny is fine, like, as long as it ain't greasy and sweaty. But, like if it's like porcelain, not porcelain skin, like the glass skin thing that's cool now. Oh, obstacle officially is out in the spread. We already looked over that. All right, so yeah, definitely some obstacles, right, that you might be overcoming. What are you all talking? I see Allie laughing. She says she's a Bridgeport cat. Nah, she's a pussy, no pun intended. She's a pussy. She's such a punk. Like, she's scared to go outside. The only time she goes outside is when whatchamacallit, when she is like in heat, she might go out there. Or if she like if we leave the door open for a while, she'll go explore a little bit. She's like, oh, let's see, what's this about? What's happening out there? She'll like sniff around and she runs right back in the house. She's so scared of outside. She was definitely meant to be an indoor cat. Alright. I'm actually shocked that she's not here now. I think she's been having like nightmares or something. Alright, we have energy here. Rush of excitement. Nice. They say I was raised by white people. Look up Bridgeport, Connecticut, baby. and Marina Village and Pequannock, so you'll think otherwise. I just happen to have an education, but there's that. Let's see. Yeah, rush of excitement, and it's definitely giving like this that fired up energy, which explains a lot too, right? Let's see. The Soul Train. Actually, under here I have a whole big ass robe. Believe it or not, my son does too. Dancing, dancing, dancing. Oh, I'll entertain Spartan over here. This is Sparta. Take his ass off the goddamn cliff somewhere. Stupid ass. People just be saying the dumbest things. I'm just like, what are you talking about? I'm pretty sure I know more black artists than you do. Just being honest. Good ones too. Not no, ratchet ass people that are out now. The greats. Okay. I collect vinyls too. For fun. My dad put me on. My dad, multi-instrumentalist. So is my son. So my dad put me on to all the greats, okay? But anywho's, what we got here? I'm well informed, honey. Nice try though. Well informed, book smart and street smart too. I whoop your ass if I had to. And my dad's a Marine too. Oh man. Oh man. I literally could whoop your ass if I had to. I used to whoop ass in the projects, okay? Taught my brothers how to fight. My little brother breaks arms for fun. So there's that. But anyway. He has displaced it. Anger though. The difference is I know how to channel mine. No, I'm serious though. Carlos is crazy. Carlos is Carlos. Crazy ass Cape Verdean. I say it all the time. I'm like, yo, of all the crazy Cape Verdeans in the family, you're the craziest, bro. I'm like, oh my god. I love my brother though. I love both of my brothers. John is so mild-mannered compared to us. There's three of us. I'm the oldest. John is the middle, and then Carlos is the youngest. And Carlos, like, that's like fisticuffs over there. Like, this little nigga, he crazy as hell. Yes, but we have a tension here. Something's giving me, Lati, if you're still here, you had mentioned earlier, you had said something about, like studying, right? You were talking about, gaining some insight or something, extra knowledge about something that you might already be well versed in, and just getting more information. And it's interesting because lately on the readings that I've been doing, we've been getting a lot of stuff about like continuing education and things like that. So there's definitely something about that. Somebody wants to like go back to school or something like that. It's giving me that. I've mentioned more than once lately that I was thinking about doing a RBT course, because by now I've been working with kids with autism now for going on 8 years. I'm like, it just seems like something that would be good to have under my belt, if I decide to lead my job. So we shall see. I'm working on my resume. About to draft up a couple different versions now. One that's still like suitable for the stuff that I went to school for and what I do already, and then one that's like customer service oriented, because I did that since I was 16. I'm in my 40s now, so there's that. But yeah, so we also have adventure. Let's have fun, man. Be open to new experiences. So so what I'm getting is, you guys, there have been obstacles, right? that you're about to start overcoming. You're getting this resurgence of energy, and you're looking into things, trying to figure out the next steps, right? What are the things to do to go there, right? It's kind of giving like Three of Wands energy too a little bit, especially with this number 21 here with the adventure on the bottom. Is giving like Three of Wands for me. So yeah. She says, "Oh, he's the little brother that plays no games." Exactly. Oh yes, and yep, Allie has seen me get ready to, I really try to keep that under wraps. Hey, Gianna. Oh, that's such a pretty name. How are you from Romania? How are you, my love? Welcome. We have Test. And there's a beetle here, which represents good luck, too, by the way. Look for a divine test. I think you guys are about to be very, very well informed for whatever tests come your way. You guys know a lot of things. You're insightful. So now it's just about, applying the things you've learned and going from there, seeing where you head, right? We have lock. Something is hidden or locked. It's in the middle of the deck for a reason. I feel like you guys know a lot more than you think, and you're in the process of learning even more. So if that resonates, let me know in the comments. And if you feel comfortable sharing, only if you feel comfortable sharing, what have you been thinking about looking into when it comes to maybe studying something or whatever? Or maybe you're just like thinking about, like, I know Lati earlier, she had mentioned like seeking like some type of counsel. So like, things like getting a couple of messages here. I'm trying to talk about what Lati was talking about earlier, and then I got another message, so bear with me. They start to overlap. But she was saying how, like, basically people who could be like financial advisors and things like that. She was speaking about that. Like, if you're having, like, say, financial problems, right? Maybe you want to be a financial advisor. Oof. I also just picked up on realtor. Like, maybe some of you guys want to look into doing that. I heard Series 7. Let me know if that resonates for anybody. Somebody might be getting ready to look into those kind of things. So study, study, study. All right, what we got? Yeah, we have child here. So this is about like this early energy, right? Something that isn't set in stone yet. It's like the early stages of something. I did see the ship card while I was shuffling. And fish, which is about communication. Tongue-tied a little bit. I'm kind of getting, maybe some of you guys are having a hard time. This is not for everybody. Somebody might be having a hard time asking for help. Every time you want to go ask a friend or family something, whatever the case, pull back. Like, ugh. You might be one of those very prideful people. We are in Leo season. So it could be at 1818. Oh, that number 9. It's giving like, 9 of, it's giving a little bit of like 9 of Wands / like 9 of Pentacles vibes a little bit. It's one of those people who are very independent and they don't really like to ask for help. They're like, oh, I've been through all this shit. I could do it by myself. And it's like, okay, but yeah, it's very interesting though. This might be a time to ask for help. And sometimes asking for help is hard. Trust me, I know, because like I for one can't stand when I have to acknowledge that I need help with something. I'm like, do I really have to? And they're like, yep. When I say they, I mean my spirit guides. They'd be like, bitch, ask for help. Can't do everything by yourself. All right, what we got here? Lily. This is giving a sense of like purity, friendship, maybe relying on friends. I'm hearing the Beatles. I've been channeling them a lot lately, and this song has come up more than once. I get by with a little help from my friends. Gonna try with a little help from my friends. 'Cause we all need somebody to love. Dog. In this case, it represents loyalty. So, there are people, who are loyal to you, and it's good to be loyal to them too. I also heard being loyal to your soil, as my girl would say, Lati, be loyal to your soil, right? Make sure that, the people around you, they're, nourishing and enriching you just like how you do for them. So, yeah. Damn, I haven't listened to some Beatles in a while. I should hit up my son. We should just have like a little chat. Just do our Beatles hippie night thing that we used to do. I miss those days. Yeah, we have the ship here, and I was channeling, or not channeling, but I saw that while I was shuffling before the ship card. The ships have sailed. You're moving in a new direction, right? Your friends can help you during these times. Some of your friends might have information that will be helpful. The fish card. Wow. Oh. Whoa. Okay, so we have three cards that came out, and I'm going to take them because they feel like they make sense in the context of what we're talking about. So we have fish, and this is what I was saying about like communication and stuff, because I saw it while I was shuffling. It's about communicating with people who are like-minded individuals. Along with book, it's about knowledge. You can't make it up even if you wanted to. They could be a woman, or you're a woman, or identify as such. Let me know if that resonates at all. But somebody might like Golden Girls. I hear the theme song. Thank you for being a friend. Travel back the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. They might help you with your choices. And if you threw a party and a rider on the top. Yeah, moving on, right? Moving in a new direction. But be wary of the fox, the cunning people, right? But I'm actually getting self-deception in this case, to be honest with you. I'm getting self-deception. You guys might deceive yourselves sometimes. I'm not actually picking up on that in this reading right now. That has been an energy that showed up a few times, or a lot lately, in fact, with the fake friends who really don't have your back kind of thing. But I'm not, to be honest with you, I'm not really picking up on that right now. I'm picking up on self-deception, and maybe somebody being able to kind of turn your head around a little bit and be like, hey, this is where you need to focus. Let's do this. Let's make some choices, right? All right, so let's see. Let's get two more from here. Like I said, this is like just the general energy for the month of August. We have Clover here, which is about good luck. Oh, Amber, she's so cute. Adorable. Yeah. See, and that's why I always make sure I talk about my girls, because my peoples, just in general, my family, because like, to be able to have that luck and fortune, I would say it's even more than just luck and fortune. It's being blessed. Blessings, right? Love my girl, best moderator ever. But yeah, like, to be able to be so fortunate to have come across some of the most amazing people, I'm just so happy in that regard. I could have all this other shit going on. Like, there's so many things going on, but somehow I can still say that I'm lucky, blessed enough to, say I have two jobs. I have a business I might start up and running again. I have my beautiful son and my parents and my brothers who drive me nuts. All my other family. I have you guys who are also family at this point too. Like, I have, my health. Do I have some things I could work on? Absolutely, right? As we all do. But at the end of the day, to be able to say, but I got that. I have a roof over my head. I might not be able to be where I want to be. I might not be exactly where I was even a couple of years, or a few years ago. Not a couple, but a few years ago. But I had family to rely on, my mama. to be able to help me during tough times. Not everybody has that. So, with that said, thank the Most High for, the things that, we do have, right? So, let's count our blessings, right? Yeah, because sometimes the world falls apart around us. Tower is here, but we could always rebuild, right? And we don't always know what's gonna come next, but yeah, stay loyal to your soil and recognize the people that have been loyal to you. Be thankful, be grateful. An attitude of gratitude, it goes a long way, right? Birds. And the thing is, there might be people who gossip and things like that. I'm getting gossipy people. Um, Channeling Missy Elliott now. Gossip folks. um, yeah. But the thing is, we don't recognize them no more, right? We don't recognize them no more. We recognize the people who actually gave a fuck about us and stayed true and stayed loyal. Excuse me. All right, one more from here, Spirit. And we're going to move into the other portions of the reading. But I do hope this is resonating so far, because I know for a fact, like, lately I've been just, like, leaning on my friends a little bit more, and trying to make sure that I reach out to people who I really love and care for, more my friends, my family, and stuff like that, and just let them know, hey, I love you. Throat chakra. There must be people I still need to talk to and get those words out. Like I told you guys before, but like I did have a passing in my family this past week, and it's been a hectic week. It's been a full week now, and while I feel better than I felt last week, it's still a struggle. And just how I was just saying, like, how I can rely on my mom right now. My cousin can't do that, so I gotta make sure I recognize even I have to be loyal to her at this time. So I might resonate with something similar. We see our people in our lives, right, who are very important to us. Make sure that we remember that we want to make sure that they know that we're there for them too, especially if they've been there for us. Something about this loyalty thing. House is here. That's about stability. Family, very important too. So family and friends. Thankfully, yes, they did find the driver. You have birds here again, and Lily again, and Key. I heard the word answers. So maybe, I also heard there's no place like home. So some of you guys, I know somebody did just move recently. Congrats to my girl. There could be something about that. Another message I'm getting too is like there is something about like the key of happiness has to do with where you lay your head, right? Or the people that you have around you. So bear with me because I'm getting a message. There's something important about family and friends and where you lay your head, and I am also getting this energy of like, for some, I hope this isn't the case, but for some, home might be the thing that's a stressor right now, which makes it that much harder. Ooh. That's not for everybody. That seems very specific. But maybe it's just too much of this at home all the time. It's just like, damn, just quiet the fucking noise. And when I say like this, I'm getting like just judgment. Like, always got something to fucking say. Like, please shut the fuck up. It's giving me something like that. Yeah, it's giving me that. But the other part, like I said, is more of just like, again, like homes where the heart is. Those great, cliche things that we tend to say. But definitely something about stability, home, family life. And if home life is one of those things that actually is a stressor and kind of drives you a little bit up the wall, being able to, know where you can go for that sense of comfortability and love and so on and so forth, relying on, your close loved ones and friends at this time to be able to kind of, help along the way. So I'm getting for this upcoming month, or this month that we're in technically now, um, a lot of good things could start to come in for you guys in terms of, overcoming some obstacles, right? This is a time to do a lot of research. This is a time to, really allow yourself to, learn tricks of the trade, right? Talk to the right people, right? There's a resurgence of energy after these obstacles that is going to kind of get you a little fired up to go and do different things that you might have been afraid to do, and look into those things a little bit deeper. I'm getting that moving energy as well. I'm getting again, like this luck is on your side, and recognizing and appreciating the people in your life that hold a great sense of value, and vice versa. Definitely a lot of learning, right? A lot of stability, being around the right people, being in a sense of what makes you feel a sense of peace around you. I hope that makes sense. That was a lot, right? I read about that for a whole half hour. I'm like, damn. I'm hoping that the messages, actually make sense and they're helpful, right? But yeah, that's what I'm picking up on so far. All right, let me just see something. Got it. Right. I love you guys and I appreciate you guys for tapping in. Alright, so side note, my scalp is so itchy. I'm not used to having like braids or any of that type of stuff. So I'm like, oh man. Like prior to this, I had braids a few months ago. I had them for a little while. They held up real good. My girl, she knows what she's doing. So I hope this lasts a long time too. But point being, like prior to the last time, I didn't have any braids or anything like that in my head in terms of like extensions or anything, weaves, like for 20 years. So yeah, I've been experimenting and having fun with my hair because I know I'm about to lock it up again. So I'm like, well, how about we play with some faux locks? If we're gonna, go back into the game again, soon, probably by the end of the year. But yeah. Anywho, let's get back into the groove of the reading. Alright, so now we're gonna look into love. Now, granted, I know that everybody's got different situations with love. Some of you guys are single, some of you guys are loosely involved, some of you guys are actively dating, some of you guys are like, fuck love, I don't want to have nothing to do with it. So, I will say, take the messages as they resonate, and leave the rest behind. But, you sew up. I hope that's not the case. Like, there's no, like, I don't see any, like, irritation. I was thinking maybe it's just because, like, it was, like, kind of tight at first, and I was starting to loosen up, because it feels better, but, like, so I don't know. I hope I'm not allergic. I wasn't allergic to the braids, or the hair that I used for the braids. It's the same company, but different type of hair, so, yeah, I'm not sure. Don't judge me, friends. I am about to take a little sip of my little nippy nip over here. Just a little bit, not too crazy. I'm on break, baby. I can do what I want. No, let me stop. She's at lock game. Ooh, that would be so cool. We start right around the same time. I don't know when I'm gonna start yet though. I don't know. Like part of me is thinking I might as well just like do it like right around my birthday. We shall see. I don't know, because like the year's almost up, so I'm like that, or like do something like fun with my hair one more time for my birthday. I don't know, maybe straighten it one more time, but go to somebody who's not gonna burn my hair. Like one more silk press type thing, so I can see like the length and stuff, and then boom, locks. I don't know. I'm torn. But for now, I'm like just having fun with my hair. All right, let's flip the deck, guys. All right. Oh boy. So we have commitment issues here. When I split the deck, it says someone here is afraid to fully commit, whether they admit it or not. Emotional walls are high, and avoidance is running the show. So some of you guys, throat chakra, if you're dating, um, it could be somebody has commitment issues. I'm also getting divorced. So somebody could be divorced or had a divorce recently, or this person is divorced, and it might make them a little bit wary about dating again. Not sure. Everybody's going through different things, so only you take the messages if they resonate. And the rest of the time, some of the where the fuck did this little net come from? No, thank you. Get out of here. Like all of a sudden, where the now there was not a damn net in sight. Where the fuck did that shit come from? All of a sudden, monitoring spirits. No, thank you. You say you're gonna do it for your glow day. Glow day? I don't know. Because I wanna. The thing is, like I've told you guys, like if you've been on here for a while, like I had locks that were like to my butt or whatever, like in the middle of my butt, and I cut them off. And everybody's like, this was a few years ago, like what, 4 years now, going on 4 years, and cut my hair off. And everybody's like, what? You cut all that beautiful hair off and cut your locks, blah 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 blah. And then I grew out my hair for like about 3 years, and then but it got fucked up from heat, so I cut all my hair off. So going on a year ago, I had just like a little really low tape. If you know, you know. Remember when I cut my hair off, and I was like, oh my god, because like I was wearing it straight for a little while, and it was like right here, and then I cut it off, and it was like just this little, hey Cairo, how are you? I had this little tight thing going on. I just had my little natural curls going on the top, and like I had like the tapered side. But like now my hair is stretched, like even the shortest parts are like right here. So my hair grows fast. Like these faux locks are only a little bit longer than my natural hair. Which is kind of crazy to think about because my hair grows so fast. One thing I could say, thank you Dad for the hair gene in that regard. My hair is more like my mom's texture, but my dad's length. So, or like a combination of their textures actually. Because like my mom, she has like if you guys do like the typing of hair, my mom's like more of a 4A, so hers is like softer curls than mine, but we both have like those spiral curls. And then my dad's hair is like, I guess he's like a full he's more of a, I would say maybe a 3C. So my parents' textures are kind of similar, or like not that far off. But then like my hair, I'm 4C, but like have 4A in there too in the front. So it's like, it's just so weird, my hair texture and how that works out, right? But yeah, definitely got my nigga naps underneath here, and I don't know. For a long time, I hated my hair texture. I had a conversation piece about that on Facebook. It was talking about like colorism and texturism and stuff. And I was saying how like when I was a kid, I hated my complexion because I was like, oh, I'm too dark. And then I hated my hair texture because it was too nappy. And I had to learn how to embrace both. So I think that's why I'm so big on like for myself. And it has nothing to do with anything. We just started talking about hair, so now we're here. Now we're here. But yeah, like I had to learn how to embrace both parts of myself when it came to that, because at one point like I hated my complexion so much. I was like, I just want to be light skinned. I hate how I look. I used to get like the whole, oh, you're pretty to be dark skinned, that whole thing. And then like my hair texture, like I said, nappy or whatever. That's what I felt about my hair. Now, man, I rock the fro that I have underneath this with no problem. I love my hair. I hate doing it, but because I do it by myself all the time. But I love my roots, literally. So somebody needed to hear that. Interesting. Yeah, like when I was in high school, because like it was like, early 2000s. So like everybody was like, thinking of like the video vixens, right? All of them were like, most of them were like light skinned or whatever, big booties and all that. I did not look anything like those girls at all. So it was the light skinned girls with the curly hair, good hair, whatever. Um, blah 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 blah. I didn't have any of that going on at the time. So I'm like, my titties are decent. At the time, it was like a C cup. And then, I was like 100 pounds. I was tiny. And then, like super thin. People thought I was sick or something. I'm like, nah, I eat. But, yeah. Now look at me. Like, now I'm fat. The beach whale. No, I'm just joking. And then, like, somebody needs to hear this. I don't know why I'm overindulging about or oversharing about this, but somebody might have body image issues or something. Um, yeah, I'm like, I'm not light skinned. I don't have quote unquote good hair, so I used to wear wigs and weaves and stuff like that, or relax my hair until it was like breaking off because it was chemically, fucking damaged. All of that. I couldn't hide how thin I was at the time. Like, I didn't have any ass. I didn't have any hips. I had nothing. So, just, I had nothing. I had nothing back then. Like I said, I had, my boobs were nice, though. That's one thing I always had. Nice titties. You know. These girls still sitting up. And they triple D. No problem. um, they still sit up. But like the point I'm making here, though, I like to make fun about certain things. But the point I'm making is there's something about embracing who you are and being happy and okay with that. Beauty standards and ideologies and stuff, they're going to be different from culture to culture and things like that, but just recognizing your own beauty, your own uniqueness, very important right now for somebody. I'm getting that for some. Like even like today, like I put this dress on and I was like, ooh, I look kind of good. And I looked at my stomach, I was like, ooh, how a gut could ruin a fucking outfit. I was like, God damn it. Everything else looked pretty damn good. And I'm just like, you know what? You just gotta, make more health conscious decisions, right? You can do this. Be more active. You're getting older. You definitely ain't, a teenager anymore. Of course your body's gonna change. So, giving yourself that grace too, maybe. Even guys too, right? Guys go through it too. Like, I think a lot of us, we think of it only affecting women. It impacts men too. Body image and all of that. Hey, Michael, how are you? Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming by. I missed a few messages. Let me just look a little bit back. Let's see. I'm sorry, my friends. Oh, did you, Lati? I didn't know that. That's cool. I'll keep that as a mental note. Yeah, like the last time I started my locks, again, I've told you guys this before, my locks literally were little baby locks about that big. And I just started them where they was at. I was looking crazy, and people were like, "What did you do? What are you doing with your hair?" And they hated it. People hated it. They hated my hair, and I'm like, "That's fine. You don't have to like it." They didn't like it when I cut my hair into a fro either. They didn't like any of that shit. So when I had the long, relaxed hair that was down my back, and I cut all that shit off and just came out of nowhere with a little ass fro, they're like, "The fuck? Who are you? You look like a totally different person." But I'm like, yeah, I don't want to chemically process my hair anymore, and this is me. And I let my fro grow out for a little bit, and then I locked my hair. And like I said, people didn't like them at first, but when they got long, people were like, "Oh my God, your locks are so beautiful." I'm like, "You're the same person who said that you hated my hair. Goodbye." Get out of my DMs. But yeah, people are wild though. Yep, but beauty standards are fucking crazy. Yeah, the, being a darker skinned person, a lot of us, are recognizing these different things. I'm sorry, guys. I'm talking too much. But right now we're just vibing, right? We're having fun. At least I hope we are. Um, all right, so let's look into some love messages. Thank you. Digital love. Computer love. Computer love. Hey, computer love. Where's that person who said, oh, you probably were raised by white people? Are you still here? Nope. That's Zapp and Roger, just in case you didn't know. Talking about, oh, you were raised by white people. I'm like, nigga, please. But it says you're vibing through the screens, but don't romanticize a connection that hasn't been tested in real life. Careful. What you see behind those behind those computer screens don't always be the real thing, man. People be tricksters. Some of you guys might be looking for like some type of emotional safety, or they might be that person. You don't have to walk on eggshells to hide your feelings or second guess yourself. This connection holds you with care. I will say, cause it's kind of giving me this energy of like love bombing. If you decide to online date, don't be afraid to do it. It's okay to online date. There's nothing wrong with that. People have had success with it. I don't knock it, but I am getting this energy of, if you are thinking about exploring the dating world again and you decide to do the whole like digital way of doing it instead of meeting people in person and stuff like that, just be careful of your reasoning as to why you're doing it as well as theirs. They might have certain motives and things like that, so just be mindful of that. Is what I'm picking up on. Yeah, make sure you're on the same page about what you want. It's on the top of the deck. It says you want the same thing and you're both showing up accordingly. You're aligned emotionally and energetically. So just being cautious is what I'm getting. Optimistically, cautiously optimistic is what I was about to say. Yeah. You have travel partner. You found someone who travels at your pace. There's harmony in the way you navigate the world together. Some of you guys, if you are thinking about doing like the online dating thing, this person could live at a distance from you. Maybe you're thinking about traveling to see each other. I will say, always be mindful, men and women, about making sure you like let people know what you're doing. Give them contact information, things like that. Make sure this is the right person. Make sure you're not getting catfished. Let's get a couple more from here, Spirit. I have done online dating in the past. It's not bad. It's just one of those things where it's just about using your discernment. As soon as you start conversing with a person, you kind of can tell if they're on some bullshit. You usually can tell when they start asking for things that is like, what? But they start asking for like, hey Joy, what's up, love? Guys, check my girl. Oh, I have to shout all my girls actually, right? Because I haven't done that yet. All right, guys. So I'm gonna start from here and go up. But we have my girl. Right now we're in love, lovey. We just started too. So yes, check out readings by Spiritualist Joy. That is one of my road dogs right there. Amazing reader, great person, dope ass energy. Check out Intuitive Interactions, part of the Soul Tribe. Love my girl. Check out Aya Inspired Tarot. And I miss you, girl. I love you. I always send my love to you on Finch. Let's see. Who else? Lati, of course. Soul Sister right there. Check her out. You sure enough never know what you're going to get. Okay. Blessings. The best moderator ever. And just all of you guys who have been, popping in. I got my girl all the way at the tippity top, because I have to scroll pretty far up there. But I also have my girl, Allie, from Phoenix Priestess. Check her out. Man, listen. You cannot go wrong with these beautiful, amazing people in your corner and in your life. I'm telling you. Just all across the board, amazing people. And then I have all these awesome, amazing people who have been tuning in throughout the reading, just watching too. You guys are fucking amazing. So just keep up everything you do. I'm so appreciative. All right. I love y'all. All right. So let's keep keep the ball rolling with the readings. I just wanted to make sure I shouted you guys out because you guys are so great at what you do, and I want to make sure people can recognize and see it too, just like I do. Okay. All right. So we also have power couple. Okay. Let's see. I like this. This is cute. You amplify each other's gifts and elevate each other's goals. You're building more than relationships. You're building an empire. Okay. Okay. Look down the bottom. Yeah, see? Somebody, not everybody, some of you guys either you're already doing this or you might get ready to do it soon. Possibly this month. You're entertaining at least the idea, possibly, of doing the whole like online dating because it says miles apart, and I was saying something about like distance. So, but the thing is, okay, it says even though you're physically apart, you're deeply emotionally entangled. Long distance love is never easy, but it's not impossible. Now, I will say I've dated at a distance in the past. Granted, we were young, didn't go well for us. However, my son's father, it didn't go well for us. But we were kids, man. Like we were what 19. Of course, he was not gonna be doing what the things that he was supposed to be doing. We have marriage vows here. Okay, forever isn't a fantasy here. It's a shared choice. Marriage is either present, predicted, or deeply desired. So I am getting this energy that you guys are on the same page, possibly. If this is a person that's already in your space or approaching. So don't knock it until you try it. I'm getting, there could be something good going on here when it comes to online dating. I usually am like, and you know what I just saw? I saw the advertisement for Hinge because I've been seeing it a gazillion times lately. Hinge might be the website or the app or whatever that might be where you could possibly meet somebody. Very, very, very interesting. And my right side of my nose just started itching like crazy when I said that, which is giving future energy. So this might not have happened yet. But for those of you who are entertaining the idea of dating again, it might be long distance possibly and or on a dating app. Interesting. Hi, Maria. How are you, love? I am doing only a collective message at this time. And hi, Rolina, same thing for you. This is just a collective message. Ironically, I am like on the love portion, so maybe something might resonate with you. And if not, understood, because again, this is just a collective message. But this isn't anything personal at this time. But you guys are more than welcome to stick around if you like. Middle of the deck, we have twin flame. What the heck? They are your counterpart in growth, healing, and divine purpose. That's why it feels so intense. This is so interesting. I don't dislike this. Let's look at this a little bit more. Okay, this isn't looking bad. It's different, but it doesn't look bad. Alright, here we go. Emotional safety is here again. Wow, officially on the spread now. This does not look bad, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, and twin flame is here again on the bottom. Or at least, like, if it's not like an actual twin flame, it could be like a soulmate or something, or like a really strong attachment. I don't want to use the word attachment, but like connection. I'd rather use the word connection. Travel partners here again. Interesting. And miles apart. These are the same cards just repeating themselves now at this point. So that's very interesting. I do feel drawn to reading from the romance angels. I haven't used these in a while on the channel. Alright. We have religious factors here when I split the deck. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path, along with make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you are guided to take. So It's kind of giving. I'm getting like Hierophant energy. Like if I were reading tarot, like I would be getting like Hierophant. Like definitely making sure you're on the same page spiritually when it comes and yeah, definitely spiritually when it comes to making that effort. What do you guys both want? Making sure you're on the same page about that. All right, so let's get like maybe 3 from here. Then we'll read some tarot cards as well. Very interesting. So, ooh, wedding and keep an open mind. What? And we saw the marriage vows card before. I'm just saying, you might meet somebody online. And I'm one of those people. I'm always apprehensive about stuff like that. Cause I'm like, how well you really know a person from meeting online? But whoa, soulmate, and I saw. Damn it, of course it's like not there now. But soulmate is on the bottom. But while I was shuffling, I saw heart to heart conversation. So you might have like really really deep conversations with said person. If this is someone's story, let me. Yeah, there it goes. Heart to heart conversations. Along with soulmate. That's what I saw when I was splitting the deck. Wow. If this is your story, and this is, ooh, we have flirt. So it's like a playful connection too. Yep, flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. It says reconciliation. I don't know how I feel about that because I don't think this is an old person. I think this is a new person. But it does say someone from your past is returning to your life. Interesting. And trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. So maybe this is like a past life connection with reconciliation here. For others, maybe you're gonna bump into somebody like on Facebook or something like that, and y'all start talking on there. This could be the one that's underneath reconciliation. Maybe if it is a past person, it could be somebody from like way back, like high school, college days, getting to know each other. Very interesting. All right, so let's get like 3 cards from here, and then we're gonna pull some tarot. Very interesting, though. The plot thickens. The plot thickens. Very soon? What? Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Interesting. Did I not say it could be a past life relationship, and that's why reconciliation might have showed up? Can't make it up even if you wanted to. You have known each other before. Heart to heart conversation is here again. Middle of the deck, new love. I'm looking for a new love, baby. A new love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Somebody might like Jodie Watley. That's my girl. Want me? Don't you want me? Touch you and to hold you tight. That's my girl right there. I'm friends with her on Facebook. It's pretty cool. Okay. Be mindful of this. We have codependency. It says addictions are affecting your romantic life. So just be careful, whether it's about you or the other person or both. Maybe this is a pattern that you're learning how to break even. Keep an open mind is here. Your soul may differ from your usual type and expectations on the bottom. So just being, maybe cautious about, old expectations and things and ways of thinking, ways of doing things that you used to be attracted to. Attraction, you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So I am getting this energy middle of the deck. Release your, yep, see, it's a past person. The time has come to clear your energy. So there is like a past person that might be kind of clinging onto you, or vice versa, or maybe both of you. Maybe at one point you thought you were emotionally safe with said person, and you're not. You're realizing, okay, nope, I gotta let that energy go. So you're, moving into a new direction right now, and is allowing you to welcome in somebody new. Possibly from a distance. And it could be a past life partnership. Very interesting. Unite now. All right. Tell us more. Let's get one more. Pay attention to the red flags. I'm gonna explain why I'm laughing in a second. The signs are cautioning you. Bottom of the deck. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Top of the deck. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And then when I split the deck, which is I already split for me, I didn't even do that. Okay, let's see what we got. And new love is here again. So I am getting this energy of that past energy trying to kind of creep back in. And they're letting you know, like, stay optimistic. Like, things are going to work in your favor with this newer person. You know, you may have to actually, like, talk to another person and say, yo, bro, like, you gotta go. It's also giving, like, this new person, there's a safety. Yeah, there's safety with this person. You'll feel emotionally safe, which is a beautiful thing, because, you know, this past person I'm getting, like, there's, like, a codependency thing going on. And that's why they're like, yo, that could be the red flag. You don't want to repeat that. So it's time to release that fully, so that you can move forward and welcome in this new. I like this. I can dig it. But I'm laughing because when was it? Was it yesterday? Or I think it was yesterday. I was watching something on YouTube. I don't remember what it was, but it was something about like love and stuff. It wasn't a reading or anything like that, but it was like, I think it was like I don't even think it was like true crime or anything like that. I think it was like just one of those like kind of like shorts or whatever about a story of what happened to somebody and like they got like swindled or something. I think that's what it was. They got like swindled out of their money and shit like that, which is pretty effed up. But then what ended up happening was yeah, they took all their money. They got the money back, thank God. They found the person and all that, but like it was like a lot. And this person did not use their discernment efforts, and like they saw all these red flags and they just like ignored them. So the reason why I'm laughing is because in the comments, it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. Somebody said saw the red flags, acted like it was Six Flags. I was fucking dying. I'm like, yo. That shit was hilarious. I was like, I have to steal that. Funny shit. Discernment. Important. I haven't shuffled or anything yet. Yeah. Keep that guard up. Been through a lot already. Don't go repeating lessons and shit. Yep. Been through a lot of heartbreak and pain. Nah, man. You know, time to, you know, put that guard up a little bit. Not so much where it's like, you know, nobody can, you know, relate to you or anything like that, but stay your ground. You know, don't let your fears be the thing that, you know, kind of holds you back completely. But it's definitely a time to, you know, be able to discern, right? All right, let's do a little quick 3-card spread. Keep it simple. I don't have to go too crazy. I think we got a lot of insight already. All right, so we'll do go with the 3-card spread, like the recent past, current energy, and the future. One more shuffle, Spirit. Or another one, because the cards do not want to. What the hell? The cards are like, no, we want this to be. Oh, that's fine. Because I'm like, come on, I'm trying to shuffle. And then the deck just went, bloop. So we have the sun here. It's that Leo energy we were talking about. And then we also have Ace of Cups, new beginnings. So greater sense of happiness. Yep. It requires an ending though first. Clear out that whole thing first. It's gonna be like the world as well. Ooh. Ace of Wands. The sex is about to be fire too, just saying. It might be a fire sign, possibly, or you might have fire in your chart. Alright, so let's do that real quick. See what's going on with that. Somebody might have had you like in a third party situation in the past. Three of Cups. Three of Swords, definitely. So a past person might have had you in a third party. This person could have had Earth in their chart, or they were just very, very stable or presented themselves as such. Let me know in the comments if that makes sense or resonates with you. All right, so let's see, what is the recent past energy for the collective? Again, keep in mind, guys, these messages are just general messages, collective, right? So only take the messages as they resonate and leave anything else behind. This might not be your narrative or your story at all, which is perfectly okay. All right, so we have the Seven of Wands here as the recent past. You know, you maybe had to stand your ground against a certain person. Maybe that past person that's kind of presenting themselves. Basically, you know, saying, hell no, fuck that. I heard, hell no, we won't go. Yeah, you might have invested a lot of time and energy into this person. And you're like, yeah, no. The number 7 might be significant for somebody. I don't know if that resonates at all. We have 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm getting that you guys might have, and Taurus might be important too. You guys might have, you know, really invested a lot of time and energy into said person. And I'm getting like they might have breadcrumbed you. And it's like, okay, yeah, I'm good on that. Yep, they were sneaky. You's a liar, cheating, son of a... they were not what they were cracked up to be, or how they presented themselves. That's what I'm getting. All right, what is the current energy? Six of Cups. Look at that. Alright. And that's the truth. Ace of Swords. 7 of Pentacles. Yep. The past is trying to come back and spin the block. I pity the fool who try to come in and ruin what you got going on, because you're taking a leap of faith in a whole new direction. And this person from the past is going to try to make a return. Yeah, but you've already moved on from that person. The Chariot is underneath that Ace of Swords. Yeah, they put you in a position where they made you feel like absolute shit. And now they're going through some stuff. They might be going through karma and all kind of things. And they're like, ooh, how can I come back in and, you know, present myself again? Yeah, exactly, Lati. No, thank you. You know, stay your ass, but yeah. No thanks. Tell us more. What is the incoming energy? Very interesting. Okay. Ace of Pentacles, baby. Woo. Yes, you're moving on. I'm hearing Maya. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. Moving on. I'll be moving on. With this 6 of Swords on the bottom. Whose draws are these? You know I wear a size 4. Yeah, it's like, you know, they might try to come back fighting for you, or they, you know, yeah, willing to compete type shit. And it's like, I'm not competing for you. Why are you trying to compete for me? No, thank you. Should have thought about that before. Oh, I want to work on things. No, thank you. 8 of Pentacles. Like, I got this coming in. How the fuck am I gonna mess up that for that? Like, fuck out of here. What do I look like? Again, I pity you. I am intrigued. Tell us a little bit more about this Ace of Pentacles, though. Ooh, it's too many cards. Too many cards. But the way that the deck split, though, they did have High Priestess here. So I do feel like, you know, just always be discerning, right? You know, make sure nobody's trying to just offer you, you know, hope and a dream. Compete for what? Why? Exactly. Because people are stupid. They be trying to come in and act like they want you back and stuff. I'm hearing Throwback by Usher. Ooh, you're gonna want me back. You're gonna need me. Ooh, you're gonna want me cards. Oops, see? They dealt with some little Jezebel hussy. With that fucking Queen of Wands. Little Jezebel hussy. They made a bad choice. The lovers. These all came out together, by the way. 3 cards. They made a bad choice. And now everything's crumbling around them. Sounds like a personal problem to me. Tough titty. And that's true. Spirit is funny. Yo, Ace of Swords. Yo, that's wild. That's wild as fuck. Yeah, see? Same cards. 5 of Wands again. They wanna try to come back and fight for you. But you've already moved on. Any last cards from the tarot before we move on to the career and finance portion? What's this? What's that? If it ain't about equal give and take, then you don't want it, baby. No, thank you. Yep. I don't want to have to compete for your attention. This is what I'm hearing you guys saying. Like, if you guys end up having an argument or something, or speaking your truth to somebody, that's if you even allow this person to come and speak to you. Like, what the fuck do I look like competing with these niggas or these bitches? That's what I'm getting. Like, you can't compete if you don't compare. Like, I am not about to sit here and compete for you. Especially when I know you're flighty as fuck. You only come around to get what you want and then you leave anyway. What that look like? No thanks. A lot of fire energy here. Somebody might have, either you guys have fire in your chart or this person might have fire in their chart. Oh god, and if you both have fire in your chart, combustible. The moon here. Hidden stuff going on behind the scenes, and then that stuff became uncovered and you saw things for what it was really worth, and you had to say fuck that. And for shits and giggles, because, you know, Spirit did guide me to this deck too earlier. They're like, there could be a past person that's going to try to show up and infiltrate the reading. So I was like, fuck it, why not? The Burning Love Oracle. Let's just get like 3 messages from here, and then we will really go towards the career part of the reading, and then some like last messages from Spirit, just to kind of, you know, close everything out for y'all. Alright, so when I split the deck, we have I've been working on myself and I am not the same as before, along with I keep hoping to bump into you everywhere I go. So they might be like hoping that, like, you know, if they go to a place that you frequented together or something like that, they'll see you there, and, you know, they're going to come in again presenting as if they've been doing this work on themselves and they're probably on some bullshit still. It's just they don't want to see you move on past them or without them. And there's nothing about this past person that's giving me, oh yeah, make this work. Because I'll say it, you know, like if I see it in the reading, like I'm not one of those readers who are going to sell you a hope and a dream about a past person. I just don't do that on here. You go to other channels where they say, oh, that person's going to come back and they're going to want to make a difference in your relationship. Like, fuck out of here. They were a cheater and a liar. Why would you want them back? They didn't see your worth. Why would you want them back? Like, I'm not... You know what I mean? But, you know, in cases where a person has changed or it wasn't that type of ending, you know, and every relationship ends that way, right? And that's not always the issue in a relationship. Sometimes you guys are just on different pages and then you know, you come back together later. If I see that energy show up, I say it. You know what I mean? I'm not one of those readers. But in this particular case, I'm getting new energy is coming through, and old person wants to try to come in and infiltrate. No fucking thank you. Yes, definitely misleading. And it's their way of, you know, trying to hold on and retain subscribers or viewers or whatever. And that's fucked up, you know. I've seen so many readers do stuff like that. And I can see why some people are skeptical about, you know, readings and stuff. Because it's like, when people come in with that type of energy, like, oh, hi, so your person, they love you so much. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. Like, don't do that. It really is misleading. It really is. One thing about me and my girls, they're not gonna, you know, sell you a hope and a dream. They're gonna tell you what you need to know about that person. Oh, they're a dog? They're a fucking dog. You know what I mean? Oh, now they're saying I'm ready for commitment too, by the way. This is what they're saying. I realize all the mistakes I've made. After dealing with that Jezebel hussy, and now your life is falling apart. Sucks for you. I'm sorry I hurt you. I didn't realize what I had until it was gone. After the love is gone, how could you leave me now? Now let me stay around. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Somebody's an Earth, Wind, and Fire fan. Let me know in the comments. Those are my boys. Alright, what we got? We're meant to be together. I will wait as long as it takes for a shot with you. Oh, Pete. Don't hold your breath. I need to work on myself. I'm trying to clear my head. Yeah, they're going through it. Whoever this person is, this past person, like I said, their life is falling apart. I just heard the script. I'm falling to pieces. You're worth more to me than I let on. I want to make you happy. I miss your smile. Man, tough titty. You like that? One of the bees in these streets now. You know? You guys are like, fuck that. Now I gotta give them back to the city. Smoking out the window. You're worth more than I let on is here officially in the spread. How could she do this to me? I want to apologize. I need your forgiveness is here again. How I thought that you belonged to only me. Your energy is intoxicating and it's pulling me in. Interesting. I'm in love with you. Yeah. Are you in love with them really? When I say them, I mean the collective. Or are you in love with the sex? What is it? Or what? How they made you feel? What they've done for you? What have you done for me lately? Ooh, yeah. I wish you were here with me. I can't let you go. Oh, that one. Oh. That one almost jumped. Like I'm trying to just like split it from the top, and it was like trying to jump into my hand. I'm like, okay, calm up there, nigga. It says I fantasize about you. Oh God, they might be right-handed. Every time the phone rings, I hope it's you. So not only do they like hope that they will bump into you in different places, but they also hope that like when that phone goes off, that it's you. They are definitely going through it, but of course you have autonomy, right? You have free will. I don't feel anything good about this past person at all. But if you guys have been thinking about venturing into the dating pool again, right? I am getting that if you've been thinking about it, especially if you're thinking about trying online dating, there could be success in it. You know, I joke and say all the time the dating pool has piss in it. But there are good people out there, right? And you're probably one of them. So, you know, to automatically assume you feeling something touching me. I don't know if it's just like a loose hair or something, but it's driving me fucking nuts. And then I look, there's nothing there. But yeah, anywho. There are still good people out there, and it's important to not, you know, limit ourselves when it comes to, you know, finding love and stuff like that. Because, you know, when you've been through a lot, you might say, oh, I'm done, I give up. It's okay to keep your eyes and options open. Just, you know, be on the lookout. Use your discernment, right? You've been through a lot of shit already. You should be able to, at this point, again, recognize red flags, and don't treat it like Six Flags, right? Like, you know, it's not a fucking amusement park. We're not gonna fucking be like, oh, I saw those red flags, let's go on this roller coaster. It's a fucking emotional roller coaster. It's gonna send you all through the fucking loops, and you're gonna be feeling like absolute shit at the end, throwing up everywhere. You really want that? So, you know, it's just about being cautious, right? Being, you know, protecting your heart, but also, you know, being open enough to love where, you know, if you're ready, exploring the different options. You know, I'm even getting, if it's not like online dating, I just was picking up on like look at like different events and stuff in the area. Let's say if you have some friends who are also single, you guys could go maybe to an event and maybe, you know, bump into somebody there who's like, oh, okay. You know, there's like sipping paints for like date, like singles and things like that. There's all kind of cool stuff like that. Look into things like that. Jazz cafe with your boys or your girls, and be like, we just gonna go and hang out, and then you might bump into somebody who's like actually mad cool, and you hit it off with them. So I'm picking up on a few different things, even though I'm mostly picking up on the online thing or something about distance between you and a potential new person. Um, just, you know, remember there are options, right? All right. Sorry, don't judge me. Let's see. Let's do some shuffles for these. Ooh, business. Standing on business, baby. We're about to go into the career and finance portion of the reading. We have unfulfilled here, but it's in the reverse here in the middle of the deck. So, you know, maybe you guys are unfulfilled at work, like regular work, and thinking about starting a business or something like that. Or you have a business already, but no, see, emotions is here, but I also saw you have to take action. This could be, you know, maybe you guys getting your emotions when it comes to taking action towards a business venture. That's more so what I'm getting. I was gonna say that it also people you already have a business and you're not feeling emotionally fulfilled, but I would say even if that's the case, don't change the overall goal. Change how you plan the goal. How do you get there incrementally? Um, so sometimes it's reassessing. I know Lati earlier, he was just talking about something about business planning, right? How do you create a proposition about what it is that you want to achieve when it comes to your business plan? So maybe sitting down and thinking about that. Let me know if that resonates for anybody. All right, so we're gonna get like 3 cards from here and then 3 cards from my other career deck, and then we'll do kind of similar how we did with the love reading. We'll do a little mini spread, and then and go from there. So we do have Rider here, and it's kind of giving you guys might use your, you know, your words as a way to kind of create content or something like that. Some of you guys might be like working on writing a book, or you want to do something like that. The other thing I'm kind of getting is just this energy of writing out your ideas too. But I'm definitely getting something about, you know, creating content with the form of words in some kind of way, whether it's spoken word or writing something out. So maybe writing something and then speaking it, that kind of thing. My right side of my nose is itching like crazy. So this is giving like, this is something that you guys are like kind of working on or towards. Yeah, there could be some envious people who are watching, and you have to kind of block out a little bit. Don't pay them any attention. Um, Ironically, we're getting this like this artsy vibe a little bit, and they have on a beret, which is kind of interesting. When I think of artistes, sometimes I think of berets, so that's funny. Somebody also like Prince. I know somebody does here. I'm hearing she wore a raspberry beret. One you find at a secondhand store. Raspberry beret. The middle of the deck we have real estate, which is interesting because I did say something. I was hearing Series 7. And if I'm not mistaken, I remember my son's father, he took that course or that test or whatever, and I believe that was for real estate. Don't quote me on that because he took so many different tests and stuff. He has all these different certifications and things like that. And I'm like, how the fuck did you do all this? And some of it he doesn't even use, but it was just great to, you know, have the knowledge of. His dad put him on. His dad was a real estate agent. So yeah, some of you guys might be thinking about doing something like that too. I heard nonprofit. Some of you guys might be thinking about working with like a nonprofit and helping people when it comes to housing. Maybe working even with like the homeless or something. Again, only take the messages as they resonate. That's not for everybody. That seems very, very specific. Either you already do that or this is something you've been thinking about doing. Very, very interesting. Hey, baby. Hi. What's up, baby? My model. Yeah. You're going to be in a calendar. I keep saying that. You're going to be in a calendar, mama. She's like, I didn't sign up for that shit. Hey, baby. Right. Like I said, let's get like maybe 3 cards from here, Spirit. Thank you. Science. All right. So what does it say here? There is something unfolding for you. There's something unfolding for you. Work with an open mind. There's no comma or anything there. So I was like, looking, I'm like, that doesn't make sense. But there's no comma or anything, or semicolon, nothing. Consider careers in science or any job that unravels the mysteries of the universe. Apply a scientific approach to your business or financial problem. So whenever we're talking about like looking into something, doing some research, so this could be, you know, what they were talking about earlier. So it's kind of coming back a little bit full circle now. We're getting this energy of, you know, doing something, you know, in terms of like research when it comes to what it is that you want to do. Some of you guys might be thinking about working like in like the nursing field or something like that. Especially if you're doing like a continuing education kind of thing. So maybe like bumping yourself up, you know, you might be like a, you know, like an 8 or something right now. You're trying to, you know, move up or something like that. I also heard medical coding and billing. Somebody might be thinking about doing something like that. Interesting. Let me know if any of that resonates. We do have on the bottom of the deck, you will find, success will find you. Not you'll find success, but success will find you. And I like that energy. You don't have to chase it. It will come to you. We have media, and remember I was talking about, you know, maybe like your voice or something, right? It's going to be something where you're going to be kind of possibly in the, you know, in the forefront some kind of way. Yeah. Remember I said changes in the air. I kept picking up on that. Something might happen between like fall and winter for some of you, but only take the messages as they resonate, of course. There's a change for the better coming your way. Embrace it. Just because you don't see any movement, I was going to say any improvement, any movement, it doesn't mean there's nothing happening. Sometimes you see change, but you also have to be the change. So sometimes when we don't see something happening, right? Like we might see some stuff happening, and other times we don't. And when we don't see anything, you know, those are the times to take action. So it's just about having that middle ground, right? Being able to discern when is it time to really go and take that leap versus take a step back and, you know, reassess things. Hence that, like that science too, right? You know, being, you know, cautiously optimistic is getting me. You don't want to just go all willy-nilly just doing stuff, being all, you know, just making choices that are not necessarily, you know, gonna hold up. That's what I'm kind of getting. Alright, a couple more from here. Like I said, I have another deck for career that I feel drawn to. If you're resonating with these messages, let me know in the comments or with your reactions. Let me know by hitting that like button if you haven't done so already. And if you're new to the channel and haven't done so, hit that like button and subscribe. I'll greatly appreciate it. Alright, what we got here? A halt is here. Money has come to a complete halt, or money is slow coming in. Don't borrow more than you can repay. Debt might be piling up. Interesting. So maybe reassessing even your how you spend is what I'm getting. I know Lati, she mentioned something very similar to that earlier, talking about I think she even mentioned, you mentioned I think a financial advisor earlier, if I'm not mistaken. I am getting something like that. Maybe some of you guys are thinking about becoming a financial advisor yourself. But yeah, money might be kind of slow right now. I'm also getting like, you know, the way that, you know, our relationship with money is important. As we talked about this earlier. That reading definitely hit home for me. So some of you guys might struggle with that a little bit too. Let me know if this resonates. But let's say if you have like kind of like a lack mindset, working on your mindset can definitely be something that can be helpful when it comes to attracting more money. Very, very interesting. Yeah. It says motivator here, but I'm also getting get motivated here on the bottom of the deck. It says there's a skill you possess that needs to be shared with the world, and we just spoke about that. Consider a career in coaching, speaking. I said something about speaking, something about the voice. Lobbying, activism, or mentoring. You may be in need of motivation yourself or needing inspiration. Yep, definitely. Makes all the sense in the world. Hey, Kari, how are you? Yes, eat, take action. Wow. All of a sudden, my head started hurting. Like, literally out of nowhere. I was just fine. Like, kind of on the right side in the temple. I'm not sure if somebody's been having, like, migraines. Let me know in the comments. But, like, all of a sudden, like, came out of nowhere. And then, if you are having migraines, I'm wondering if it's, like, just because of like the added on stress, especially if it's like financial stuff. Losing sleep about it, maybe. Yeah, if money's been a little bit rough, yeah. Again, be mindful of those haters too. Yeah, it's like right behind, like it's right here, and then like going behind my eye. My migraines are usually on the left side, but this one, but like the feeling I'm getting, it's probably gonna dissipate in a second. But like, if this is resonating with you, some of you guys might be dealing with that. Somebody does with this, and it's like right on the right side of my temple and behind the eye, and it's like radiating like here. It doesn't feel good. No, thank you. Are you really, Ari? Oh my God! So I'm picking up on you then. Oh goodness, poor thing. Oh no! And if it's because of stress, gotta woosah, let it out, release it, cry, do whatever you need to do, but let it out. This is definitely a time to do some planning, is what I'm getting, right? Some financial planning. Yeah. Persistence. Your efforts have not gone unnoticed. Success is just around the corner. Follow through with what you set out to do consistently until you reach your goal. Hard work is required to keep building on your successes. Yeah, don't give up. This is interesting that I'm channeling this, but I'm channeling I believe it's Donnie McClurkin. He had a song. It was like, I got my mind made up and I won't turn back, 'cause I'm gonna see my Jesus someday. Got my mind made up and I won't turn back, 'cause I'm gonna see my Jesus someday. Which is funny because, like, if you know, you know, I'm not really the most religious person, but I grew up, you know, in a spiritual household or religious household. So I had gospel going on. I used to go to church every Sunday. I would go to, you know, church by myself sometimes on Sundays. If like nobody was gonna go with me, I'd be like, I'll go. I'll take the bus there. Like, I was very serious about it. So go to Bible study, all of that. So the fact that I'm channeling a Donnie McClurkin song is very interesting. What I'm getting with that is like, and I talk about this all the time on here. I welcome all different, you know, backgrounds on here. One thing I don't do is try to, you know, put, you know, my belief systems onto nobody. I don't do that on here. I welcome people with open arms as long as you're respectful. So with that said, somebody, you know, might, you know, be a little bit more on the like the religious side. Somebody might be like a Baptist, like a Southern Baptist, or grew up in that type of household. I'm getting that. I'm also getting, if that's not necessarily the case, it could just be this energy of, again, don't give up, right? I'm hearing also, we fall down, but we get up. I'm hearing that too. That's another Donnie McClurkin song. I'm getting that. So it's kind of giving this energy of, you know, being able to rely on whatever you believe is the most high, right? So whether, you know, it's God, Jesus, you know, whatever you believe in, Allah, so on and so forth, nature, the universe, whatever you believe in, right? This might be a time, and this has been showing up a lot lately in the readings lately as well. This energy of relying on something bigger than yourself and outside of yourself that can help you through the tough times. Continue to remain persistent, right? Don't give up. Keep hope alive. And, you know, do some praying and meditation and things like that. Those are things that can really help you through the tougher times, right? Yeah, look, on the bottom of the deck, you know, there is help, right? You know, receive it, receive the help. Now, the card itself says, avoid giving too much of yourself while neglecting your own needs. Consider careers in customer service or in any field where you're able to care for others. Don't God. Trying to say the word and it won't come out. I know what the word says. Okay. Don't fear asking for help or accepting, and I said something about this earlier, help if someone is willing to give you a hand. Ironically enough, if you were here earlier in the reading, I literally said that as one of the general messages for this month. Something about having a hard time asking for help, and I could not get those words out to save my life even then. And now having the same issue with this card. So some of you guys have a really hard time accepting help, even when it comes to like prayer and stuff like that. Pride, oh man, don't let that be the thing, that holds you back. Hubris, right? Excessive pride within oneself. Sometimes we have to accept when we need a little bit of assistance, and that is okay. It doesn't make you weak. It means that you are working smarter and not harder. Okay, here on the top of the deck. You are making it harder than it has to be. Sometimes the solutions are that simple. Perhaps it's time to clean house personally and professionally, to start with a clean palette. Stick to basic needs. I heard the word bare necessities, or words bare necessities, while I was taking a shower a little while ago. Stick to the basic needs when it comes to spending, and put some money aside. Yeah, save for a rainy day is what I'm getting. Being cautious of your spending. The rebel here in the middle of the deck. You're a trailblazer, meant to see things differently and set a new path for others. Your rebellious spirit makes you a great system buster to teach others a better way. An old belief about money could be preventing you from getting ahead. That's what we were just talking about, right? That mindset, that black mindset for some. All right, so we're going to get like 3 cards from this deck. So let's not drop that, because then we're going to lose it and I won't be able to find it. So it'll fucking fall under the couch and I won't ever see it again. You're like, wow, I haven't seen that card in a long time. Alright, yeah, see, look, I didn't even pull any cards yet or shuffle or anything, but look, faith on the bottom. Keep the faith. I'm hearing Michael Jackson now. Got to keep the faith. Don't let nobody tear you down, brother. Magical. Your love is magical. That's how I feel. Alright, Mike. Alright. So let's get maybe like 3 from here, and then we're going to get some last pieces of advice for the month from Spirit as some last messages, and that'll be the end of the reading. Let's see. See? Taking chances. Yeah, in order to see change happen, you have to take a chance. I just got like the chance cards from Monopoly. Somebody likes that game. I love that game. How can you not, right? It's such a great game. But like the chance cards, right? Kind of risky sometimes. You don't really know what's gonna happen, but sometimes it could be something that is so like, yes, I need to take that risk. I have to take that leap of faith. It actually says that it's time for a leap of faith in this situation. Be more courageous in dealing with your finances. It may be uncertain, but maybe it can lead to great results. So it's definitely this energy of, of course, being, mindful, right? Building connections with the right people at this time. And we talked about that a lot throughout this reading. Just in general, it says teamwork makes the dream work. Allowing others to share their talents and skills with you will help you, will help your career and business grow further. Very, very interesting. Hey, Special, how are you? Hope you're doing well, my love. Great to see you popping up here. Yeah, so you want to help the homeless? Wow. And I was just talking about, I was picking up on something about that. That's wild. We have conflict here in the middle. We talked about something about conflict earlier too, and envy and stuff. Interesting. Be careful with whom you deal with. Anything related to your finances. There could be some misunderstanding with someone about money. So just be cautious, right? Alright, so let's get like 3 cards from here. I'm gonna pull the cards and I'll explain them instead of doing like one. Because I don't want to hold you guys too long. It's almost 2 hours in. I'm probably like, damn bitch, you talk too much. Alright. See? Wow. I just talked about that energy a little while ago. I'll explain why I said that. Something wanted to come up. I don't know what it was. Deck. Wow. There was a similar card that came out in the other career deck too. Alright, so we have Watch Out. Watch out. There is more than meets the eye. Be careful with whom you deal your finances with. We saw this energy before. Someone might be taking advantage of your vulnerability. So being mindful, right, of who you speak to about your finances and things like that. Not everybody has your best interest at heart. You know, there are those people who are very, very cunning and, know how to, you're in swindle. So just be careful, right? And I just was talking about, was picking up on the energy of someone being swindled. We have that conflict card again. So definitely something about that too, right? That could be one of the things that, they're saying watch out for. People who want to be in competition or, people who you end up having arguments with. What's happening there? Is it a miscalculation on your part? Because those cards came out together. Is it a miscalculation on your part when it comes to trusting someone? Not everybody is, a person to, trust. So, learn the lessons, right? Apply what you've learned already in the past, maybe, and don't allow yourself to, be, connived by people who might try to sell you a hope and a dream of some sort. So I'm even getting like, jobs that will offer you a position and they say, oh, this is how much you're gonna get paid, and this is the job itself, the description, and then you get there and you're like, y'all niggas is making me do way more than you told me that the job was gonna be. I'm getting something even like that. So just be cautious, right? People who, like I say, you have some ideas, they might try to take your ideas. Be mindful of, people trying to hate on you when it comes to your ideas, because they probably have something up their sleeve. I'm getting a few different messages there, so, only take the messages if they resonate. I got a little bit dizzy all of a sudden, like my head went, and I heard, you spin me right round, baby, right round. Like I'm hearing the original, not not Flo Rida. I'm hearing like the original song. Like a record, baby. Interesting. We also have skills here. Investing in your skills is a great way to generate money. You can provide services using your expertise to build a stable income. So you guys have a lot of different skill sets that you can use, and this has been an energy that's been showing up a lot lately on the channel in general. So I am getting this energy of you guys just being able to, take the knowledge and skills that you already have and build on the ones that you already have, right? So that's why we keep getting this energy of, oh, do some more research about things, right? How can you take your gifts and your skill set and things like that and apply them in a new way, perhaps, like in a new job or a new setting, or new role, whatever the case. That's one of the things I'm getting. A lot of stuff about different types of artists has been popping up lately. So people who might be really, really into the arts and, trying to figure out what to do with that, being able to do something with that. Don't get too caught up in your feelings about it, because sometimes, our feelings could, deter us from, where we could head. What does it say here? You might be getting too emotional, and there was another card about emotions in the other deck too. Too emotional at the moment, that you're losing control of your career and finances. Stand up and come back stronger. So yeah, don't let your emotions get the best of you. Self-doubt even. I mean, self-doubt is more of a thought versus a feeling, but it can impact how you feel about yourself. So just be, mindful of those kind of things. Yeah, we have guidance here. And the interesting thing is, it's like a little caricature, almost of like a little angel. It's really cute. It's like an ornament. It says your angels and spirit guides have your back. You are doing the work in the back. Sorry, they are doing the work in the background to make way for your opportunities to come. Stay optimistic. Wow, does that not line up with what we were talking about not too long ago? Probably about 15 minutes ago or so. Hey, baby. Middle of the deck. Maturation. You are becoming more mature in handling your finances. And we were talking about, being more cautious about spending and stuff like that. Taking responsibility is exciting but challenging. It's time to be dependable. Very, very interesting. All right, so that's the last card for the career portion, or for that part of the career thing. Sorry, that was just the oracle. But hopefully you guys are still, look at that. Look, King of Cups. We split the deck. And then look, another card that makes a lot of sense. Five of Wands. This is just me splitting the deck. I am going to turn on the light so that you guys can see me better, because I'm black as fuck. And y'all gonna be like, damn, bitch, where'd you go? All you're gonna see is my teeth. Alright. Here I am back. I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. I'm blackity black and I'm black, y'all. Hold on one second, my loves. Yes, there we go. Alright, so some shuffles. Every day I'm shuffling. Alright. I did see the Four of Pentacles, and I also saw the Eight of Cups. So it could be something that you've been holding on to for a little too long, and it's time to remove yourself or walk away from it. The Devil. Couple more shuffles. For the door downstairs open. I do have a package coming in. Seconds. I am obsessed for the girlies. I'm obsessed with the, what is it, our De Janeiro Soul, I think it's called, right? Those sprays. Oh, they smell so good. And like, I just spray them like crazy, but they're like so like light, where it's like you could spray so much of it, and like it'll last, if you spray a good amount of it. And then like people, like you walk by a person, they're like, is that you? No. And you're like, does it smell bad or good? And they're like, oh, that smells fine. And like, oh yeah, that's me. And they're just like, oh my god, you smell so good. Like all day yesterday, even when I felt stinky, because I was like moving around all day, I was sweaty, I was like, ugh. Picking up boxes and stuff at the liquor store or whatever, bringing shit outside to people's cars, all that stuff. Like, when I'm there, I move around a lot, so I'm constantly on the go, and I'm like, damn, I hope I don't start stinking. And like, being a female, like we can't be stinking, you know what I mean? We gotta smell good. So one more shuffle, spirit. So somebody, a lady actually, she was like, is that you? And I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, is that you smelling like that? And I was like, I hope it doesn't smell bad. She's like, no, you smell great. I was like, yeah, that's me. And she's like, it smells so good. What is that? I was like, oh, I layer scents on top of that too. But like, it's like, well, lately I've been wearing blah blah blah. And she's like, wow, it smells so good. Thank you. I was like, you're welcome. She said thank you because she said like it's not overpowering and like it's like so subtle, but it still smells good. It's like you walk past and you like yeah. So I actually have one of the bottles right here. This is the ones that I've been using. Yes, Sol de Janeiro. They should pay me for advertisement. So good. So I layer them though because I use that one and I use the other one. All right. So what we have at the bottom here? We have the Ten of Wands. So there could be you could be feeling like you've been going through it, maybe some financial burdens and things like that you're trying to work on and remove yourself from. Sagittarius energy on this card. Hey Shalimar, how are you? I'm hanging in there pretty good overall. How about you? So you're in bed chilling? Nice. Great place to be. Great place to be. We have a Page of Cups on the top of the deck. So there could be something like kind of new coming in, or you guys might have some like new ideas or something like that. Getting something like that. Middle of the deck, the Lovers. So there could be this energy of you guys, needing to make a really big choice, especially when it comes to releasing some burdens that no longer serves. And this could allow for like a new approach, a new step forward. Not necessarily like the Fool necessarily. Like the Fool could come out, we don't know. But like it's giving me like something that's almost like in its infancy. So like I say, if it's an idea for a business, it could be the really starting at like ground level to build. It could be a new position somewhere. I'm getting something like that. Those kind of things. All right, so let's kind of do this very similar to how we did the love portion. We're gonna look at the recent past, see what's going on there. I would say that's too many cards, spirits. That's too many. Let's try to see. The cards that are showing up, interestingly, are some of the cards that showed up before. I'm not going to take all of these, though. Like, the Page of Cups is here again. Recent past. Let's see. So for the recent past energy, we have the Hierophant. We have the Three of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, and the Magician. So what I'm picking up on here is interesting. We have two Pentacles, and then we also have two different major arcana. So this could be talking about your energy of seeking counsel. We talked about that a little while ago, right? Asking for help, getting assistance, when it comes to teaming up with the right people to help you when it comes to feeling a greater sense of accomplishment and being in a more lucrative state. And it takes willpower to be able to do that. You guys might also be feeling super creative at this time, which is very cool. Some of you guys might be working on or wanting to help other people. We kind of established that a little while ago, that some of you guys might be wanting to do something like that. That might be one of the things you want to do forward, is be able to help others. This is something that could also allow for a greater sense of stability. But the other thing I'm getting too is, again, that energy of relying on community with this Four of Wands here, which is very, very interesting because we were talking about home, right? We were talking about community, home, and helping people. So this is definitely kind of coming back full circle. Somebody's going to resonate with that and they're going to be like, oh, that's what I've been wanting to do. Yeah. And then Four of Cups, maybe some of you guys feel dissatisfied with your body of work currently and you're like, I want to do more, or I want to learn more. So this is something that, you might be really holding close to you. Yeah, might be trying to plan something. Seven of Swords is here. I'm not getting this in a bad way. In this particular case, I think this is you guys trying to plot, trying to plan something. So some of you guys might be trying to leave somewhere so that you can go towards something new. And maybe just looking at your network of people, right? And just trying to find that willpower within yourself to, do something a little bit different. That's more so what I'm picking up on. What's the current energy, Spirit? What's going on currently? Thank you. Eight of Wands. So there's this energy of fast movement forward and progression. There could be some communication getting ready to come in too, and might come in kind of quick. So it could come in the form of like text messages, email, that kind of thing. Very interesting. And a lot of fire energy is showing up too. Yeah, it's definitely pertaining to work, obviously, because we're asking about, career and everything. We have the Eight of Pentacles. I am getting that this is an opportunity that could present itself soon for some of you, or currently, that will allow for you to really use your gifts and your talents. Right? I'm also getting like you guys have a really, really good reputation. I'm getting this energy of like when you walk into a room, people like your reputation precedes you is what I'm getting. Like you walk into a room and people are already like, oh, I heard about so that's them. Like it's giving me kind of something like that, which I really, really like. Some of you guys might currently be just feeling a little bit of fear and anxiety, especially if you're like moving completely into something different, whether it's a new job altogether, a new role. And that can be, pretty daunting of a task. It can be a little bit scary, right? Special just said that she picked up on the angel number 636. So let me see what I'm picking up on that number. Balance. I'm picking up on balance on that. Yeah, we have the Two of Wands. Choices. So there could be a hard choice that's coming in when it comes to work. How do you move forward, right? Towards something new and different. But I feel a sense of excitement too at the same time. So whatever this is for somebody, I like it. You might even be just taking on like, if it's not a completely new thing, it could be even just taking on like, new responsibilities. So like you might be asked to like do some type of, onboarding at work that allows for you to learn some new skill sets and maybe work towards leadership and management. I did pick up on that just now. That's not for everyone. So only take the messages if they resonate, but I did just pick up on that. All right, so let's get the the outcome, and then we're gonna just get some last messages from Spirit when it comes to some like advice pieces and other things to just be knowledgeable about for this month, and then that will be it. Thank you. Yeah. The thing is, naturally, there's a lot of anxieties and fears around this, but I am getting this energy of, rest assured that things will work out. Yeah, there will be a greater sense of stability and community. Yeah, so just don't hold on, too much to the things that no longer serve. I did see this while I was shuffling. I'm also getting this might be a time to make sure that you do some saving and stuff. We talked about being a little bit more fiscally responsible a little while ago, so just making sure that, you're also cautious and mindful of that as well. But there is a greater sense of stability ready to come through for a lot of you guys. So if there's a couple of cards that are representing fear-based stuff, make sure you're not losing sleep over this stuff. And this is coming from somebody who does a lot of overthinking, so I get it. But yeah, you don't want to start psyching yourself out and, losing sleep about it. Rest assured that Spirit's got your back. The Most High's got your back throughout these processes, these changes that you're going through in a good way from what we see here. Hey Tommy, how are you? Happy Monday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to see you popping in. All right, let's get one more last message from the tarot for the career portion of this reading, and then we're going to get some last messages to close everything out, and that'll be it. Thank you. Ooh, I like it. The Wheel of Fortune. luck is on your side, baby. That wheel is turning in your favor. We saw some stuff about like this good luck energy and stuff before with that Clover card that showed up, and we talked about stability too, right? With the house. Yeah. Discernment. Definitely. Hey Maria, this is a collective message, my love. We have the Knight of Wands here. So I am getting this energy of action, moving towards the things that you feel passionate about. Temperance is here. Let's see. Hey Naya, or I really can't see, but so I'm my glasses. I think it says Naya. And thank you, Tommy. I appreciate it. Appreciate you. Appreciate all of you guys who've been here and sticking around. If you're new and haven't done so already, hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell too. If you feel like this is your vibe and the type of energy that you like, greatly appreciate that you guys for even popping in at all. Love when you guys, give me a chance. Peace, harmony, and balance with this temperance energy. I love it. Yeah. And I'm getting like anything that comes in trying to disturb your peace, you gotta let that shit go. That's what I'm kind of getting to, right? So that was the last message from the tarot for the career and finance portion. And now we're gonna read from the foretell. This is just some last messages from spirit, so we're gonna just get like 2 from here, and then I have one other deck to read from, and then that will be the end of the reading. So bottom of the deck, before I even do anything, we have setbacks. So there could have been some setbacks that you experienced that you're about to kind of overcome, because we did, I think one of the first cards was obstacle, wasn't it? Yep, the very first card out of the whole reading was obstacle. How ironic is that? Alright. We also have power struggle here in the middle of the deck. So sometimes, people come in trying to disturb our peace, and, they want to be in competition and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, no thing. Could be even your own boss sometimes. Yeah, but you are protected. You're protected. It's part of the path. It's a part of the journey to, learn these new things, learn this information, so you can apply it to what's coming next in your life. Alright, so we're going to get 2 cards from here, and then 2 cards from the last deck, and then that would be the end of the reading. So again, thank you guys for being here, and I hope these messages have resonated and have been helpful. See what the month of August has for you guys. I hope relocation is here. And I did talk about maybe moving. Number 5's on here, and remember I kept saying something about changes in the air. I was picking up on that. Life is calling you to a new location, bringing with it the energy of evolution and greater purpose. This move is guiding you closer to a place that feels like home. I like that. And if it's not physically moving, it could just be talking about a general energy and sense of moving on past the things that no longer serve. So something along those lines. Thank you, Special, for being here. Appreciate you and your contributions to the chat. Thank you. And you enjoy the rest of your day too, my love. Alright, so let's get 2 cards from here. One. It says a great vision. Hold tightly to the vision you have for the future. It's a glimpse of what your soul is calling you to create. Trust in its importance, nurture it with belief, and take inspired steps to bring it to life. Yeah, remember I was saying like there's something about like little baby steps, right? To, go towards what it is that you want. That could come with the form of like research and things like that, right? Making some subtle changes to get there. I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit because I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get flagged. I don't want that. There could be things that are painful memories from the past, but they don't want you to hold on to that. Here on the bottom. Yep. A higher plan. So remember earlier I was like, some of you guys might have like even like a business idea or something like that, and you're like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. It's not about you know, changing the overall goals, about changing how you get to accomplish the overall goal. Very different, right? So just reevaluating is a big thing, right? Set your sights higher, plan a little bit more accordingly. Yeah, there's a second chance. So don't give up. Whatever, you know, the things that you've been wanting to do, like, don't give up. Whether this is career, love, whatever the case, just in general in life, you know, especially if you've been like super depressed. I just picked up on this. This is not gonna be for everyone, but like, you know, a song called, what does it say? Your Presence. It just changed this song as I'm about to say this. Um, you know, sometimes, you know, when we're going through some tough times, this is not for everybody. But somebody might need to hear this today. Um, when life is life, and you know, depression kicks in, and you know, that sadness and beating yourself up, you feel like crap about yourself, you're like, oh, I'm not good enough. If you've been feeling like that, Spirit wants you to know you are good enough, you are amazing, and you are a beautiful person. Your presence is important. Let's take one more from here. I feel like that's a channeled message for somebody. Your presence is important. Yeah, cut out these karmic ties. This came out in the reverse. Um, you are entangled in a karmic dance, replaying lessons that demand resolution. Look deeper. This connection holds both challenge and purpose. It's in the reverse for a reason. You've already cut this out, or you're working on it, which is a beautiful thing for you. Yeah, that burden, you have let it go. Remember, we had saw that 10 of wands. I was like, it seems like you are releasing a burden that no longer serves you. You've been holding on to it for a long time, and you let it go. And your community is important, right? Your friends, those who help you get by. I get by with a little help from my friends. Middle of the deck, blessing in disguise, you know? All those things that happen in our lives sometimes where we don't understand it in those moments, and then we realize later, like, oh shit, that actually helped me out. You guys, use a real one. You know what I mean? We've all been there. When I split the deck, we have spiritual growth along with earth shifts. So you are currently experiencing a lesson required for your spiritual evolution along with earth shifts. And it says you are very connected to Mother Earth, and as such, you experience all that she does. So it's definitely giving, like, you know, going with the ebbs and flows of life. Because life be life, and you gotta, you know, be able to adapt, right, as we grow. So I'm picking up one. Alright, so we're going to get 2 cards from this deck, and that'll be the end of the reading. Again, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this reading, and that it's been helpful. Hope that it's resonating so far. I mean, reading's already done, but like, I do hope that there were messages in here that were helpful and that you resonated with. And if you're new and haven't done so, again, hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you know when I'm on. I go on probably, on average, about 3 to 4 times a week. I do all types of different readings on here. Sometimes I do like little pick an emoji type of things. Very, very seldom I do like the free stuff, but that takes up a lot of energy, so I don't do them often. But when I do, they're really good, and people, you know, tend to really enjoy them. And a lot of collective messages that, you know, look at different areas of life and stuff like that. So this might be something that you guys might want to you know, be a part of. You're welcome, Shalom. Yeah, I didn't want to block you because, like, I feel like you were just saying, you know, things about, you know, your religious beliefs. I don't automatically just say, oh, as soon as I see like Jesus or anything like that, block. Like, no. I give people, you know, that platform and that time. As long as you're not disrespectful on here, you know, you're more than welcome. Okay. We have fear on the bottom, and we talked about fear before, right? Your fears are keeping you from moving forward into a life that you deserve, and we did talk about that. So, yeah, don't let fear hold you back. We have approval here. On the top it says choose to approve yourself and others will too. So not, looking for approval from other people, right? That approval happens here within. Not worrying about what everybody else's beliefs and what they want to put onto you and stuff like that. We have to honor what we believe in and rock with that. And don't worry about what other people have to say about it. Because you hold a vision, and there's something that you're meant to do. There are talents and gifts that you're meant to, definitely put into this world and help others with it. It says you are learning to synthesize all of your creative ideas into action. So that kind of falls back into what we started off saying in the earlier parts of the reading, doesn't it? All right, so we're going to get 2 cards from here, Spirit, and then that will be the end of the reading. I love that, Shalimar. And I agree 100%. The spiritual journey, having this human experience, absolutely, 100%. We have synchronicities here. It says, allow the magic to unfold as synchronistic events lead to a new direction. 100%. Whatever you believe in, the Most High, the universe, your ancestors, so on and so forth, there will always be signs and synchronicities that will help point you in the right direction when it comes to your path and what you're meant to do at this time, which is a beautiful thing. And guess what they're going to lead you to? They're going to lead you to a sense of increase. Here on the bottom of the deck it says, you have successfully manifested something near and dear to your heart. Gotta love it. Empath is here on the top. You may be confusing other people's energy with your own. So if you're an empath, I know I am, you might be holding on to other people's energy. Make sure that you're clearing like your auric field and things like that, and being cautious and mindful of how you absorb other people's energies. Don't absorb, observe. Very different, right? You could pay attention to what other people have going on and help them on their path if that's what you're called to do, but just make sure you're not retaining that energy. Make sure that you keep that as a mental note for yourself, because we do, like I said, we have earth shifts here again, right? Going with the ebbs and flows of life. You might be called to help other people on their journey, but you can't hold on to all their shit. I'm getting a message like somebody might work like in the helping field of some sort, whether it's like I picked up on nursing earlier. Nursing, nonprofit was another thing that I picked up on. We were talking about housing and stuff. So somebody might work with like the homeless or something like that. Somebody might be like a counselor or a therapist. Or that's something that you're very, very interested in. I'm getting these messages right now. Just keep in mind, a teacher even. Keeping in mind, social worker. Keep in mind that you can't help everyone. I'm also getting, you can't hold on to everybody's energy. You have to make sure you're protecting your space, your auric field. Set healthy boundaries is what I'm picking up on. For somebody, that's not for everybody. I mean, I would say we all should set healthy boundaries, but there's something about career stuff that's standing out right now for me with that particular message. So just being mindful of that is what I'm kind of getting. But let's get one more from here, and that will be it. Yeah, I am. While you're a social worker. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, see, that's what I'm picking up on. Like being a social worker is hard work. I went to school for it. I didn't take it up as my actual career. I'm a teacher, which is funny. And I work with kids with special needs. And that alone can be a lot. And I'm only dealing with a few students at a time. But yeah, it's a lot. So, when you love and care about people, you just want to see people, having better lives, and you just want to be there for them. It's like knowing that you can't do it all. It is draining. But, I think we're all here to help each other. And that's our I think that's what our jobs are here in this 3D world. So, yeah. Yeah, special education is, it's, I think teaching in general is also just a hard job, but yeah, I'm in special education, and it's it's different, but we're all doing, we're all teaching, but like it's just in a different capacity, right? So it's like, you know, it's just like the level of care that has to go into it is definitely different. And my school is a self-contained school, so all the kids have different disabilities that where their districts outplace them and put them in our school. So we serve different districts, several different districts within our school. Um, so yeah, it can be a lot for sure. And Shalimar, that's all we can do. Yep, we just answer the call, right? That's all you can do. So whatever you feel, yeah, hold that vision, my love, because I am getting this energy of, we all serve a different purpose when we're here. Um, so while we're here in this 3D world, right, serving, the Most High in whatever capacity, right, I think we're all meant to do something. And it's going to look different for every person. So whatever that looks like. Um, Bottom of the deck, we have environment here. It says, now it's a good time to clear, clean, and declutter your environment, right? And we were talking about like releasing, right? Letting go a bit. Ooh, teacher's aid, okay. I hear you on that, Ari. Yeah, that's actually how I started. I started off as an aide. And then I got, I mean, it took me years to bump up, but I ended up applying for the assistant teacher position, and I got it. So I've been doing that for a couple of years. But I was like the temp assistant on a couple of different occasions, like in other classrooms for on and off for like a couple of years prior to that. So I've got about like 4 years, no, going on 5 years doing that. Am I doing my math right? Yeah, yeah. I got the, no, 4 years. No, five. Because 2001, yeah. 2001, what? That's high school, bro. 2021, sorry. Yeah, I was like the temp assistant teacher for a few months while someone was on like maternity leave, and then I got bumped back down to an aide, and then like that happened like a couple of times. But yeah, like I'm officially that position now. We have connection here on the top of the deck. You are very connected to the heavenly realms. Yeah, again, you're feeling guided, right? You know, go where you feel guided. And you're a shooting star, my loves. You guys are fucking awesome. Don't forget it, okay? You are a shooting star. You are about to step into your fullest potential. And every time I see this card, I always jokingly say, I'm picking up on my boys, Earth, Wind, and Fire. And I channeled them earlier too. But yeah. Yeah, it says shooting star, but I hear you're a shining star. Who you are, shining bright to see what you could truly be, what you could truly be. All right. So with all that said, my loves, that is the end of the reading. I do hope that you guys enjoyed that message. I hope that was helpful. It looks like the month of August has some very interesting things going on. I can dig it. I really hope that this is a message that enriched your heart and is going to help you with, what's to come, because it looks like there's some good stuff happening for you guys. So with all that said, if you're new, again, hit that like button, subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff. And until next time, my lovies, you guys have a great rest of your evening, and I'll probably check up on you guys tomorrow since I'm on break. I got a little more energy. So yeah, until next time, my lovies, you guys have a great rest of your evening. And until next time, bye. Love you guys.